Welcome to Crescent City with your hosts, Natalie Jean and Jackie Zabrowski. Sometimes you gotta get on your knees for the goon, and sometimes the goon's gotta get on the knees for you. Just depends on what you're looking like and if you're demanding it or not. Yeah, I'm a teenage boy, Natalie.
Yeah, this one was tough for me to really work out.
Because I'm so attractive that you have to remind yourself that I'm just but a minor wolf.
You're not a minor.
I'm just little.
The character itself is not a minor.
In my brain,
Ew.
he's got the brain space
It's because you think of him as Jacob.
of a minor. Yes. And maybe, this has nothing to do. God, we were just talking about russet-skinned Jacob yesterday.
Oh, no.
And that's not my language. That's Smyers' language.
You know it is.
She just kept referring to him as such, and that's not on me.
Well, it's all Mormon stuff.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Do the Mormons get on their knees for the goon?
Absolutely not.
No way. They might get on their knees for the swig, which, I'll do a lot for a dirty soda.
I guess they could get their friends to hold them on their knees and move their head back and forth.
There you go. And then it's like soaking, but it's just mouthing. I'm just mouthing on it instead. Oh.
I think that could be called swigging, technically.
Yeah, Natalie. Get a little slurp, get a little derp. Get a little slurp, get a little derp.
I wonder if people understand who you are yet. I do actually think this brown cut. This cut is
why
doing.
wouldn't they know?
It's doing something for you. I think it looks kind of good.
Is it doing something for you, Natalie?
No, but
Huh?
I think
What?
that it's working.
What if I told you that down where we're being kept, I brought the sunball with me?
Oh no! Whoa! Reveal. Okay, so that's don't edit any of this out of the audio version. Don't edit a single second. You listen to all of this.
You listen to all of my Smash Battle. No, it's a sunball. I realized, I was gonna purchase a football for this. All right, I was gonna purchase a football, and then I started looking into sunball, and then I recognized that she legitimately, on purpose, never said anything about the ball. They never said anything about the game. They don't know anything about the game. What if it is just Ithan in a field being like, ha 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 ha.
But he's the best one at
But
it.
he's the best one. And they're like, just give him another battle. Yeah, you're real. I'm getting pretty good at this. I don't know if you see this over here. Everybody, you got to get yourself to the YouTube. Or else you're just annoying yourself.
You're making a snake cry over here.
Yeah, even wolves can make a snake cry. Don't you forget it.
You gotta admit, though, he's really good at that.
He's like, I hit it like, whoa, I hit it like 4 times in a row. Did you see that? Viper Queen. Oh no. I'm just but a boy, and that's why my mustache is coming off. I'm just but a boy. Shave me, Viper Queen. I need a shave before I go in for a fight.
Are you... Is the mustache because you're underground, you can't shave?
Yeah.
Why does it only grow in as a cop's mustache?
Because, I feel like regardless of what he wants, regardless of what Ithan wants, and yeah, I was about to call him Jacob. Regardless of what Ithan wants, I think this is all he gets. And I think he's like, man, but I'm a werewolf. If I'm shifting a wolf, then I should be able to, I thought it was going to be hairier than this.
It is a thick upper lip.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if it falls off, then the Viper Queen, what are you going to do about it then? What, are you going to glue it back on? You're going to hit me with a ball. Oh, you know what? Put me in the ring with this. I'll take care of her.
I think the Viper Queen is ready to just let him go.
You mean so I can fly away?
Sure.
Oh, that's really cool. I am glad that you were dressed as the Viper Queen because I really wanted to be dressed as a Viper Queen. I didn't have the proper jumpsuit for it, though.
I actually don't either. I feel really
She is
disappointed
wearing
in
gold.
myself that I still do not own a gold jumpsuit in my home.
But you got those great boots, though. The boots are kick-ass.
These were...
Whoa! I'm the best at it! Did you see this? Did you see? Oh my god, I've hit every single one! I've hit every single one! Guys, that was crazy.
That's how he got recruited for college.
That's all he had to do. And then they gave him a scholarship. See, this is the problem. That's why, again, rocks for jocks.
They don't make the jocks go to class.
They don't. He's out there with a paddle ball. He's not doing his chem homework. This mustache is going to come off at some point, but it's good. I think that he would probably like, getting ready for it, he'd be so upset as he's like, oh, well, I'm too upset.
Oh, is it already coming off?
Yeah. I've been moving my face too much.
Well, we got the gist of, I think, what you were trying to do, which was to show that he was
underground. I thought about it. I thought about the costume. I wanted everyone to know that I thought this through. Natalie?
I do appreciate that you bought this shirt for this episode.
On my knees for the game!
Which has nothing to do with the episode.
I just imagine he would see this shirt and be like, oh, whoa, me too. I mean, I've never prayed for one, but I would. I am hungry.
Does that mean that you are praying to masturbate?
Because you're praying for Crab Rangoon, Natalie. You sicko. No, I think that I believe...
I actually did not put that together until just now, so maybe I'm the
You
dummy.
didn't see the Crab Rangoon all over my shirt, Natalie? I'm sorry that you're not looking at me and not recognizing all of the work I put into this. Look at the Crab Rangoon on the shirt, Natalie.
Is that supposed to be a double...
Yes.
It's a euphemism?
It's like Madonna.
It's like Madonna?
Yeah, I get down on my knees and I fucking pray or whatever that song is. On my knees and I take your cum, put it in my mouth, but she can't sing it like this.
Right?
Yes.
So how?
So you've never stood on your knees and just jerked off on the floor before? Natalie, it's like you've never lived.
I guess not.
And I was like, yeah, you ready for it down there? God, it's so unfair that we don't have a hose-like attachment.
I agree. I'm jealous a lot of the time.
We need more accessories like a vacuum.
I don't really want what the penis brings to the mind because there's a lot of issues.
Oh, it brings it to the mind.
But it'd be fun to have.
I just want to play with my ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling. I mean, you hear the my ding-a-ling song, and I'm like, yeah, I do want to play with that. I had to just hangy ball. Look, why do you think Ithan plays this? It's because he literally gets kicked out of class for playing with his own ding-a-ling. So he has to play paddle ball. I'm getting
Sunball.
I'm sorry, sunball.
It's sunball.
It is like a little sun in the solar system of paddle.
I really think you have something going here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it is because I did, and you can see on the back, I cheated and made the string much shorter because I would have been breaking all of the equipment in here.
That's actually really smart of you to do beforehand.
Thank you, Natalie. And that's the first time Ithan has ever been called smart.
Yeah.
And he goes, because of my paddle ball? It's a smash on it.
The sides of your mustache are pointing down now, and it's really grossing me out.
It's droopy.
It's like,
how do I get it on? What do I do?
Your mouth.
Oh. No, it's gonna sweat. It's gonna sweat off my lip there soon.
Can't wait to see how long it takes.
Don't worry. Oh my God. Speaking of British accents, I didn't even get a chance to tell you about how we almost got talented Mr. Ripley when we were at the pool in Vegas.
What?
We almost got talented Mr. Ripley at the pool in Vegas.
What do you mean?
There was this British guy and his name was George, and he snuck on over, and then he was trying to like up talk us, and then he was trying to get in our cabana, and he was like a young finance guy, and he was just in town like on a job on business, and he had nowhere to put his stuff, and he just wanted to come and hang with us for a bit, and he was like trying to, and I'm pretty sure, talented Mr. Ripley us. And I think he was going to take over our lives. And we didn't let him. Natalie, for you, because we were celebrating your birthday, we allowed this man to not talented Mr. Ripley us.
that was a sidebar about our personal life that I was not expecting. Oh, well, he's
And then back to Sunball.
Okay.
I'm sorry, baby. Balling's my life, queen. If you want me in the pit, you better bring my ball life with me.
I'm not sure that I do want you in the pit.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know.
Paper queen. Don't I look like I'm ready to fight?
I don't think you're supposed to want to fight.
Oh. Obviously, my mustache doesn't.
Yeah, it's frowning hard currently.
It's going. It's going. It's going. It's gone.
Nice. All
now
right.
I just have
now you
spirit
sort of
gum.
look like Theo Vaughn.
No, I have spirit gum. Oh, does Theo Vaughn also just have big crusty top upper
Yes,
lip?
he does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
he
that
really
crust
does.
on it. I'm gonna be on Joe Rogan.
Please, God, no.
I'm crusty. I'm on Joe Rogan.
They've done so much damage.
But what about my smash ball?
You got to start talking like this. You're just a 50-year-old boy. Doesn't know nothing about politics.
That's why my mustache is falling off. I can't even grow into a man.
So we're not even at this scene yet, by the way. In chapter 16,
Sorry,
we're not
everybody.
we aren't in the pit.
Sorry.
We're caving it.
Get back in the tunnel.
Not a pit.
Not a pit.
Underground. Different
but not
planet.
a pit.
We are.
Ugh, when is a pit not a pit? When it's a tunnel.
Ugh. Thought you were going to say an armpit.
Nope. I didn't make a joke.
Nope. So
it's the goon shirt. I think that between like the hat and the head, the bad male wig, the male presenting wig man, we got to go to that spot. Male presenting wigs are just so bad.
We're going. I got to go. I'm trying to go before next episode.
You should see what it looks like underneath this hat, but not right now.
Should we film it? Maybe.
Okay.
So we're not in this pit. We're in another land underground in chapter 16. We're actually 3 of us are there on the edge of glory.
Of glory!
Maybe if it's a glory hole for a giant because they are on the edge of a big old hole.
But watch out, because it sounds like a big old dick bad to go home through.
It could be. We don't know where we are because we're in this tunnel and none of them know where they're going.
No.
But they've come to an impasse because they are at the precipice of an abyss. Stare for too long, it begins to stare back.
Which is kind of sexy.
Is it? That's more like a Joker.
I guess, but I don't know. I feel like it all goes in. I keep thinking of the from beneath it devours from Buffy, and I keep thinking about how I'm turned on by the phrase from beneath it devours, and I feel like all this like, oh, you're looking into the darkness to the looking back. I feel like it's kind of sexy.
Kind of on your knees.
Yeah, for the goon.
For the goon. So why can't Az fly them this time is my question. Well, she's a long hole, but she ain't wide. Not wide enough to take those girthy wings.
Did I write this? Oh my God, Natalie!
I do think I've been hanging out with you.
Have you been? You're now. Uh-oh, sorry.
It's starting to turn into your Instagram post.
Yes.
So I guess,
mean, when you start talking girthy wangs, I say hello.
Girthy wangs. So I guess instead of another opening, they're sort of like, they're not at another big place like where the worm was chasing them. They're now like almost in the tunnel, but the ground collapsed where they are.
Mm.
So they can't get flown across. They run through a series of ideas, both banal and magical, and none of them are possible for them to get across this hole.
Oh, isn't it crazy? Sometimes the biggest problem is man, and sometimes our biggest problem is hole.
Yes, you can have all the magic in the world, but if you're too
wide,
hole,
yeah, man, that hole can't fit you.
But there is a way. Bryce decides though she has to like show her cards a little bit. She asks Az if he has ever been powered up by another person with his magic.
Boing, boing, boing.
And he's like, in some senses of the word, both he and then it becomes again, we're making them sexualized and that's not cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not cool.
Both he and Nesta, they don't seem to really grasp the concept. And a frustrated Bryce realizes she doesn't know how to explain the concept of a battery to them. In fact, her mouth can't even form the words correctly as she speaks in their native language. Remember, she swallowed the bean. The word bean.
I forgot she was one of them bean swallowers. I'm glad that I'm a Theo Vaughn now, so I can call him that.
Yeah, you got to watch out for those slurricanes like we saw in Las Vegas.
That's, God, the
There was a place on Fremont Street offering a drink called a slurricane, and I still don't know what that was supposed to mean.
I don't think that, I don't think they want you to know. I think once the slurricane done come through, it's anybody's ball game then.
I think that there's a lot of slurricanes going on Fremont Street, unfortunately.
God, I love Fremont, though.
Not for that reason, but for the chaos.
Dr. Rock. We were all jamming to Dr. Rock.
I got to post photos from that. I have some good ones. But we're not there. I wonder if they have Fremont Street here, though. I don't know.
Yeah, where do they get to go to party? Although I feel
they have their club.
Yes, that Bryce, in the Crescent City world, they definitely obviously do.
In Valaris, they have that one woman's club, and I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, yeah, that Nesta. And then Nesta's always also like getting rammed.
Oh yeah, she was going to all the dive. She might have been. She was at the Fremont Street.
Yeah,
and they were going to the strip in Vegas.
She knows how we roll. But also, I feel like in day court they get litty.
Rita's bar is where the others go, but Nesta was going to Fremont Street. She was definitely going to like the Golden Nugget.
Why do you say it like that? That's my spot.
I know.
Take me to the Nug. And I say it every time. Take me to the Nug, which is my made up tagline for the Golden Nugget because I love it so much.
And I bet Jeff loves it.
He loves it when I say, take me to the Nug. And I say it just like that every time.
Okay, now we're back. I'm sorry. We're going on a lot of tangents here. Let's go. We're going. Yeah. Yep. So she's like, basically, listen, I don't know how to explain this to you, but if you zap me with your magic in my star, I can winnow, because that's the word for it, across. They're not seeming too trusting of her at the moment, but she points out that it will involve shooting it into her chest. So they might have to have like a dual trust, because basically I have to trust you're not going to kill me.
Yeah, over-zap me with whatever you're going to put in me.
Or you could just shove it in, like, she won't fight, and then you could just be like, well, I'm just going to kill you.
Yeah.
So, plus
But at this point, I mean, they would have killed her by now.
I know, at this point. Plus, she says, I can't offer you anything since you took all my stuff already, or I would. Nesta and Azriel look at each other and then say, well, we do have this to offer you, so you don't trick us. And it turns out this has all been an Apple commercial. This entire book.
Yes, to get this goon shirt.
Yes. Because can you imagine though if it's just like pulling the phone out and being like, oh my God, this iPhone is incredible.
It is incredible and I love this. Did you get the update? I also will say I looked into building an iPhone costume and it was, again, difficult to do. Hard to get across.
You wanted to be an iPhone?
I wanted to be her phone.
Wow. I mean, you couldn't just buy like a shitty one that you would get at like a costume store.
No, you'd have to build it.
You have to build it out and paint a portrait of Hunt on it.
Yes.
As the save screen.
That is what I wanted to do. But you know what? Surprise.
This is almost the same.
It's kind of, you put a Goonin shirt on. It's like you have a fully developed costume on.
Yeah.
I got the paddle ball. I thought about Sunball. I do again like that SJM is just like, I don't like sports, so whatever. A lot of people though online see it, which is crazy because I guess I saw it as football.
Really?
But it's baseball. I guess there are a lot of people, or at least a lot of people online feel it's more of a baseball.
I always thought it was more of a soccer or lacrosse.
There's also some soccer out there. But it is crazy that it is that nebulous.
I for one appreciate it. I know some people want to hear the sports parts, but in the She Who Will Not Be Named series.
I remember.
I just always glazed over. Okay,
just tell me. All right, snitch. Yeah, no, same.
But so I'm glad, personally. And I love that now we have this creative expression that we can all have, or we make up whatever it is, like this incredible game that you've come up with.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it.
Although I didn't come up with the paddle ball because then I'd be a genius.
Then we'd never have to podcast again.
Yeah, because I'm, like the creator of Post-its. I am the creator of Paddleball. Actually, if anybody ever asks you, you can say that I made it. Because can they tell you that's not true? Probably very easily with their phone, which is what they're bringing up in the tunnel.
But I feel like we have a Romeo and Michelle vibe, so.
Yeah, thanks. Oh my God, we have to get an Alan coming.
Please. Do you imagine?
Please. Oh, and then have a big old dance together. And then maybe that's what we add to the end of the monster fucking show that we do.
I tried to get you guys to do that dance with me at when we did Pop History Tour.
I know.
I tried to get you and Holden to do the choreography with me.
Surprisingly enough, that's not our strong suit.
I would have been happy to teach you.
Thank you. But
and now, gotta happen.
But I have to be dressed like this.
All right.
Or like the worm from last week.
Okay, we can do it as worms.
Okay. All right, thank you. As worms.
So basically what we're doing is they have her sword, they have her phone. They're holding on to all of her stuff physically on their bodies at that moment.
Her phone. With Nesta's movement, the lock screen came on, blaring bright in the gloom, with Hunt's face right there. His beautiful, wonderful face, so full of joy.
This is very sad, but this is one of the only parts in the book that made me bummed about House of Flame and Shadow.
This was the only part?
Yes. I actually don't mind the world jumping at all. I am mostly like, get that away from my precious Prithian people. Get the demon machine. Get Tim Apple's fucking reality out of my beautiful
Prithian.
world.
No, it's a beautiful place where there's no social media.
I don't want those tech sleaze bags in Prithian.
No.
I don't want them. Did I have a more visceral reaction to this than the idea of guns being in Valaris? Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Even just the thought of like, imagine the crypto guys in Prithian.
And
like,
just
imagine
everyone with their heads down going blah, 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 like we all do.
No, we want our heads up and looking at the magic.
I hate it.
No.
Don't give them phones.
But at least, in this moment, they don't really know what or how it works. It's
but
not like they're
asking.
I know.
They're asking. Nesta pockets the phone again after a moment and asks about the, quote, portrait tucked into the case, which is the photo of Bryce with Danica, Juniper, and Fury from her bedroom that she took with her to the Eternal City like the soldiers used to do at the end of the last book, if you remember. I think maybe soldiers still do that. I'm not sure. But I always imagine like World War II with their like honey in the helmet.
I imagine, yeah, there's got to be. Everybody's, yeah, right, you got pictures. I mean, also, I kind of love the idea of having like actual pictures in your purse.
Yeah.
I would love to go back around to that, to like have a flap out of
I have them. I love printout photos.
Yeah.
I love them so much that I got a printer for them. Yeah, so basically this photo is the four of them in this like happy memory that she has. And this, I think, shows the value of the women/female friendships that are centered in this series specifically.
Yeah.
It's her friends, not her lover, whose photo she carries. Like we've mentioned before, talking about this book, there is as much a love story between her and Danica as there is with Hunt.
For show.
For show? Oh, I thought you said the show. For show.
For show.
Because not all love is sexual. It's not
a
sexual relationship between her and Danica, but that young women and female friendships and femme people's friendships are like so important to growing up and like
how they change.
Yeah. So I do love that about this series. They go back and forth in the moment to try to reach some sort of truce to trust Bryce to take them over. So they just got to get past this hole.
We got to get past this hole.
Somebody help me get past this hole. Bryce explains that he just needs to shoot the target with the blue light she's seen him expel
There you go.
on their exploits. She asks him to try not to fry her.
Bryce braced herself, sucking in a deep breath. Azriel struck before she could exhale. Searing, sharp power, a bolt of blue right into her star. Bryce bent over, coughing, breathing around the burn, the alien strangeness of the power. Someone else's power is inside of her.
Is that like naughty?
I think it is. It's just like the fact that Hunt's not there. She's never had somebody else's power being like splurted inside of her. Like it is, or at least if anything, I think in this moment, it's not that it's sexual, but it is vulnerable and scary to have, like, allow especially someone that you don't trust, to allow their power to enter you.
I can kind of see Hunt wanting to be in a cuck chair for that.
Cha,
you know what I mean?
Pacha, with another shadow daddy, pacha. And then the shadows are all fucking, and then like the shadows are helping with the fucking, and then his shadows and my shadows, and then it's just, yeah.
Yeah, there's one of the fan artists, I wish I could remember who it was off the top of my head, did a series of Bryce interrogating one of the Autumn brothers.
Ooh.
And Hunt in the other room instructing her, and like it turns into a sex scene. And Hunt's like, he's like, you know, he's into it.
Oh my God. And especially because they're all so bad.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about.
No, we're not thinking about that.
Nesta actually sounds concerned when she asks if Bryce is all right. Bryce isn't sure. This wild, unfiltered power on this planet, not dulled by the Asteri, kind of feels like taking a shot of Everclear.
Whoa, it's like the smelling salts.
Mm-hmm. When she opens her eyes, the other two kind of retreat from her because she realizes her eyes are glowing.
Sick.
Actually, her skin is too, as she looks at her hand.
Sick.
Not like her starlight, but like almost like she's a light bulb. Nevertheless, they take her hands, ready to get this over with. Her teleport is seemingly effortless, even with taking both of them at once. Her glowing skin calms down after they touch down on the other side, and the other two actually look impressed with her.
Hard to do.
Because you remember, when her power's dulled, like through the Asteri, she can't really do something like that powerful. So she gets them across.
Because her powers are wild.
Raw.
I do like the description and the difference of where like the magic in Crescent City is controlled and there is a glass ceiling to it. And I like the raw, primal energy of Prithian.
Yeah, same. That's why it's my favorite.
No.
And
Throne of Glass.
Sure. But my man is in Prithian.
I understand.
She lets go of Azriel's hand before she gets tempted into reaching for her sword because, as you recall, the swords are singing to each other and it's like trying to convince her to grab it. They walk ahead, unsure of what's waiting for them. Hours later, we get an Akatsaref. Ding, 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 ding. The cauldron,
Nesta said hours later, pointing to yet another carving on the wall. It indeed showed a giant cauldron, perched atop what seemed to be a barren mountain peak with 3 stars above it. Azriel halted, angling his head.
That's Ramiel.
At Bryce's questioning look, he explained.
A mountain sacred to the Illyrians. Bryce is like, where are you talking about?
I don't understand. I see the stars and I see the mountains.
What are you talking about?
Although I am surprised she even does the what are you talking. Like, I'm surprised it's not Bryce being like, yeah, I knew. Yeah, I knew what those peaks were. Thanks.
She doesn't actually say, what are you talking about? I just added that in. Basically, they go into their own creation mythology, which is what the cauldron represents in the Akatar series. They have the cauldron and they have the mother. Bryce explains that there are 5 gods in her world, but Nesta explains, seemingly rattled, that the cauldron isn't just a fable for them, that it is a real object and that she was forced into it. It's how she became High Fae. Bryce tentatively suggests that it might be like that mask that she put on conscious in some way. The other two seem hesitant to reveal too much, but Nesta asks if Bryce could sense the mask. Bryce tells her that it felt like sentient death to her.
Cool. Not that I think it's cool to know what that feels like,
I mean,
but
it'd be kind of cool.
sentient death, rock and roll. That's a Dr. Rock. He should fucking take those lessons.
Yeah, change the name. Dr. Rock's kind of a bummer, but they were actually great.
Yeah.
They did. What's it called? What's the Queen song called? Oh my gosh.
Bohemian
They did Bohemian Rhapsody fully.
Yeah, they
That
did
was
Bohemian
kind of
Rhapsody.
impressive.
Did we sing Bohemian Rhapsody at like 1 a.m. on Fremont? Yes, we did.
It's healing.
Yes, it is. Yep. We all came together on Fremont.
And then
Just like a slurricane.
hurricane. Good Lord. So Bryce is disturbed by how that mask made her feel and asks if this is just normal magic in their world. They explain that the mask is in fact part of this thing called the Dread Trove and is abnormally powerful and dangerous like the rest of the objects that make up the Dread Trove.
And of course, we all want to make all the Jim Carrey references.
Oh, I've held back.
we-
I stopped myself, okay?
Because we've done it. We've had our talks with the mask, but it's with all of this, it's so hard to not get
hard to
one somebody stop me. You know, like we don't get not a one.
Because that's a sentient mask.
Yeah, it sounds like sentient death to me.
Yeah, and I think that it was based on the mask in the book.
Yes, and they got it from Cuban Pete. They saw Cuban Pete and were like, that's sentient death right there.
Yeah. Not because I want to die. I'll never not love the mask, so I don't care what anybody says. Nesta explains that she has mastery over the mask because it was a made object, like her, from the source of all magic inside of the cauldron. So Nesta basically has got the same juice on her. That's the term they use, quote, made. She doesn't seem proud of this. Just, it's a fact. She didn't have a choice. She was forced to become this. Bryce brings up that the base, they called her back tattoo made, back all the way back in the interrogation room. But they don't seem exactly sure that's what it is. It's just there's something in whatever is in her back that is alike these terrifying objects. Because if it's made, that means it's from the cauldron. And how could this thing from her back be from the cauldron?
When they don't even have it over there.
And so they're continuing to like talk about their mythology stories. And she says they don't have anything like the cauldron on Midgard. They have, these 5 gods, and they have, Solus, Cthulhu. We've talked about them throughout the books. And then Erd is the thing that guides all of them, the weaver of fate. And Bryce thinks that is her belief of why she's there. Nesta wonders if
Have we done Erd is a word, it is a Erd is a word, and Erd is a word.
If we have, I'm upset about it. I don't think so.
Because, God, I just live for that look of just disappointment in your face. Thank you. I just needed to get it out to make sure that I could upset her.
I think that you should come dressed as Surf and Erd. But you don't know what Erd looks like, so you have to decide what it is.
Ooh, I mean, I'll just put this goon shirt back on.
Boo! That can't be Ithan and Erd, the costume.
What if it is? What if it's like popped out and it's like, this is what I've been praying to? Wearing the on my knees for goonin' shirt?
It could be. Could be Alanis Morissette. Does anyone know that reference? It's very deep cut Kevin Smith reference. Okay. So they're wondering if Erd has made this
You're
tattoo.
thinking of the song. But maybe Erd did it. Maybe Erd made it. Maybe.
Then Bryce has a brief philosophical crisis. Whose gods are where? If the Fae leave, do the gods follow? How did the other gods appear? And who watches the watchman?
Whoa.
Ooh. There's no time for this in the cave. There's no time to have this discussion.
And yet there's only time in the cave, but
philosophical.
I digress.
They start to walk again, but Bryce wants to know what they think happens when they die on this planet. She's not sure if they even have the concept of a soul here. They explain that they believe that their essence returns to the mother. Until she finds another purpose for them, she sucks them right back up into her womb. So,
Ugh.
yep.
Ew, God,
Yep.
it's like when you like squeeze something out, but then you don't let go of it all the way and it goes and it sucks it back in.
Yes.
Is that what she's doing?
You're umbilical corded to her forever.
I guess I'd rather be corded to her than to my actual, like, I don't want my mom, if given the opportunity, my mother would suck me back in.
Oh, sure. It's like the end of the movie Dead Alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what they say is happening. But then she spits you back out again. So it is sort of like reincarnation.
Nice.
Yeah. They ask about her world's views on death, and she goes into, she's like, let me tell ya.
Oh, they got some views on death. They got some liberties.
They got a plan. They've planned some things out that are not really laid out the way that they say they are. So she goes into all the stuff she's discovered about the second light and the Asteri, and they just are just a montage of them staring aghast at her.
Which also, again, was really good for anyone that was just reading these books, especially for the first time, because I was like, love this little refresher. Thank you for the refresher.
Oh, sure.
Get
Yeah.
a little refresher in there.
I'll take some cave info dump.
Anytime.
Little tunnel dump.
Oh, well, that's when you're really making.
So, I mean, I'm assuming they've had to do that in this tunnel, right?
Yeah,
They've been
but
there days.
I feel like maybe Az like covers them in shadows or something. I imagine gives them some kind of privacy.
Oh, he makes like a little shadow porta potty.
Yeah,
That's cute.
Yeah, like a camping shower.
Yeah.
You know, like one of those kind of things, but made with shadows.
And it keeps the poop.
Oh,
Stores it away.
He stores it. Maybe they take the poop away.
No, because he wants to examine it.
Oh, he wants to see. Oh, for his research. Wink. I mean, it's okay. Az isn't either one of ours, so you know we can say that.
I'm sorry to all you people. Who
Sorry
like
to you
Azriel.
Azzies out there,
Unless
though.
you are somebody with a scat fetish who also loves Azriel, then you're welcome.
And enjoy.
We don't know what we'll find out. What's happening at the in the Az brain
Whoa.
pretty soon, and we might have an announcement too about the release of the book coming too soon.
I guess bat boys, do bats shit in pellets? Guano. Is guano a pellet or is that a stream?
I think it's like a liquid-ish that gets hard.
Okay.
I know you can make things out of guano.
All I know about guano, I learned, speaking of Jim Carrey, from Ace Ventura, to Pet Detective. Yes, I only know guano from, some of it is in pellets. But also apparently guano it's accumulated excrement of seabirds, bats, and seals. It's not just bat shit. Oh, the more you learn.
Oh. White devil, white devil.
Are you a slurricane right now?
So let me guess. White devil, white devil. So
Ace Ventura too.
terrible. But
it's bad.
Still saw it in the theater as a little girl.
Oh yeah.
Because I loved the first
We
one.
loved him.
So they're staring at her telling this horrific story, and then Nesta says, so you guys are food on your planet. Bryce says, well, I'm not. I actually gave my soul to my dead best friend in case she was too nasty to get to heaven. And Nesta thinks that actually sounds like she made a better deal because at least you won't be, quote, harvested.
Yeah.
Bryce agrees, but also can see she doesn't know what that means for her. So who knows? It could be worse because they don't, like us, don't really know what goes on afterwards. She then spirals internally for a second. Bryce wonders if she dies on this planet, what will remain of her soul to be left here? Will that mean that she and Hunt will be in heaven and heaven too, Asteri Boogaloo separately? Will they be in two separate heavens?
God, and obviously I want to be in the sequel.
I think,
although I don't, not with the Asteri.
No, yeah, because that's the Asteri world.
I'm just here for the Boogaloo.
Yeah. Nesta must take pity on her, and seeing Bryce kind of like crash out gives her her phone back. It was the deal, after all, that she got them across the ravine safely, so she gets her phone. She tries to hold back tears as the picture of Hunt on her save screen flashes.
She flashed the screen at Nesta and Azriel.
That's Hunt,
she said hoarsely.
My mate.
Azriel peered at the picture.
He has wings.
Bryce nodded, throat unbearably tight.
He's an angel. A Malka.
But talking about him made the burning in her eyes worse, so she slid the phone into her pocket. Oh, but also Azriel, I think, he has wings.
He's trying to connect.
Wings.
I have those.
I have wings.
Look.
No, Jackie, just because we're dressed like Ithan doesn't mean Azriel is the
Azriel's not
brain of
dumb.
Ithan.
He's not dumb. Nesta,
No, but I imagine he is surprised at like in the, because they're just learning about the world.
It's true. Nesta is curious about the invention and asks if she will show her how to use it next time they rest. Don't do it, Nesta.
Oh, with the face ID and
Nesta,
everything.
don't do this. Don't do it.
You don't want it.
Dude, Nesta's going to be shit posting on an anti-Fae message board before we can blink.
Oh my God. And also just like the shit that I feel like the memes she's going to make about brother-in-laws and power.
Oh, Nesta is absolutely on Tumblr.
Yeah.
Just talking about all the morose things she
and what she's been through.
Photos of like girls with curled over themselves.
Are you saying, Nesta, she's just like us back in 2005?
Yes. Absolutely. So also I just wanted to, I added in here that Jess made a note, our researcher, she said, oh my God, can you imagine how annoyed Cassian would be trying to figure out how to work a smartphone?
Oh my God, he would get so
He'd just
immediately.
be mashing it with his huge hand.
He'd eventually just crush it.
He would just crush it.
He would just crush it.
And he would be correct. He'd be like, fuck this. And I'd be like, yes, please.
You're right.
We cut over. So that's where they are. They basically have now started looking at this devil machine. We cut over to Tharion, who has taken another beating in the ring, but still lives for another day. He's bleeding and he comes into the bathroom to tend himself, but also because he wants to corner Ariadne. She's already in this bathroom and Tharion feels dread about the upcoming battle against Ithan and what he presumes will be against Ariadne. They don't know, but like she's the most terrifying person they have there, so he just assumes it. He growls as he enters and she faces him. He warns her not to kill Ithan as she looks at him indifferently. She bats her eyelashes and is like, I don't know what you mean. She toys with him as he browbeats her on all the damage that will happen if she kills him, the enemies she'll make, all of the problems.
Tharion. Okay, Tharion. We know your communications. We know.
Also, but like she's not intimidated by you. She just laughs at him and asks how he knows she's the one fighting Ithan. And
she's
also,
like, I'm a dragon. You do know this, right? Like, why would I be scared of you? But it's nice that he tries.
Yeah. And then she says, also, aren't you warning him to not hurt me? Tharion grabs her arm as she tries to brush past him and sort of says insultingly to Ithan that he's not concerned that Ariadne's going to be killed.
What? Just cuts over to Ithan. What?
That's how he impresses his lovers and his the people fighting
opponents. Yes, I'm scared. I'm scaring everybody.
She tells Tharion that she has a job to do and she's not a part of his little cabal and she doesn't want to be, okay?
Got it.
Which I think the dragon doth protest too much.
Mm-hmm.
But she warns him and basically says, I'm not in your little gang. I'm not a part of your plan. It is actually so stupid and your plans are futile to go against the Asteri and all it's going to do is get all of you killed.
Her skin heated, searing his palm, and he had no choice but to release her. She stalked toward the hall door that led to the eerily quiet pit. As the Viper Queen had promised, only she would watch.
Tharion tries to ask her in that scene what she wants, and is she just going to stay here being a servant forever? And she doesn't really answer. So we don't really know what her deal is. She's a bit of a mystery. As he has to release her arm, she just kind of walks past him and asks how he likes his wolf cooked.
Whoa.
We got
well done. No, don't. I mean, not at all.
Don't tell them what the best form is. We go back to the cave and Bryce is opening that Pandora's box of phone apps and explaining what photos are. They're crossing another stream. This one thankfully shallow, and they pass more carvings of epic wars.
This time on a larger scale. Entire cities burning, people screaming in pain, devastation and grief on a whole new level. No paradise to counter the suffering, just death.
So not a good story, I guess. She looks away as Nesta asks her about music and seems dumbfounded when Bryce explains thousands of songs are on this device. In ACOTAR, Nesta is a dancer and loves music more than anything. So this is the idea that they don't have,
Well, because remember she got that.
Yeah, it was called a symphonia.
Symphonia, thank you. I was not going to, Susie, Sussy, Musy, whatever. Yeah, so she got one of those things that plays the music. So this has really got to blow her fucking mind.
Yeah. Which is, that is a nice thing to have access to a bunch of music. But
I mean, even us 15 years ago, it's like at the beginning of the iPods, even then, remember when that happened to you? You're like, that's crazy. I could have all my CDs on me.
I miss having just an iPod so you listen to music without the internet. I miss that. Literally, I miss that because then you can just put music on.
Just put your phone on airplane mode.
Try.
Just live a life like it. Sorry, plane. Everybody loves that.
Plane. But both Azriel and Nesta marvel at the phone, but also seem wary of it, which is good.
As they should be.
She explains how on Midgard this is called technology, and that most things in Midgard are technology and magic combined. They begin to ask about the horrible weapons she had showed them through her mind way back in the interrogation room when they suddenly stop. They seem to have reached a thing in the tunnel.
A massive metal wall now blocked their way, 30 feet high and 30 feet wide at least, with a colossal 8-pointed star in its center. The carvings continued straight up to it, battle and suffering, 2 females running on either side of the passage, as if running for this very wall. Indeed, around the star, an archway had been etched. Like this was the destination all along.
They got somewhere.
Cool. I do like that they're like, and they happened upon it. Which is like, this is a huge wall. I feel like they would have saw it. Like you were walking in one direction, they would have seen it for a while.
Oh, but was it because they were looking at the phone?
This is the problem. We can't look up to see all the metal walls.
So, yeah, there's a big, scary wall in front of them. Bryce, a little shaken, asks if this is what Nesta meant when she said that she had seen Bryce's star before. But no, this isn't what she meant, and Nesta looks a little bit shaken herself. Without a lot of options, Bryce walks to the wall.
The lowest spike of the star extended down, right in front of Bryce. She laid a hand on the metal and pushed. It didn't budge.
Nesta comes up to her side and taps it. Neither of them really know what to do next. They're just sort of like poking the wall. But before they can debate, suddenly it begins to groan. They all gasp and react.
But she couldn't have moved if she'd wanted. Couldn't take her eyes away from the shifting wall. The spikes of the star began to expand and contract as if it were breathing. Metal clicked behind it, like gears shifting, locks opening. And in the lowest spike of the star, a triangle of a door slid open.
No time for cliffhangers.
Nope.
Chapter 17 begins only moments later as they have all passed through the threshold into whatever fresh hell is on this side.
And that's how you transition through a moment you don't know how to write. And then, are on the other side. Maybe this is just coming from somebody that is now writing a video game mystery of just like, yeah, well, you gotta get him out of there somehow.
Put a
new chapter.
Wall there.
New wall. Let's wall up. Past the wall.
There is only silence and darkness on this other side. Bryce feels as though the very air changes, is even more ancient from whence they came. They peer into the blackness ahead when
a shriek of metal sliced through the air, and Bryce whirled. Too late. Even Azriel, now mid-stride, hadn't been fast enough to stop the door from sliding shut. Its thud echoed through her feet, up her legs. Dust swirled.
Well,
Well, keep going.
so now they're on this other side and they have to keep going into the darkness. A moment later, Bryce's starlight blinks out. She has this instinct to run, but to where? How? It's pitch black. Thankfully, Azriel can pull 2 orbs of Feylight from him, even if they are dim in comparison. As he sends them forward ahead to scope out where they are, well, Toto, they aren't in cave anymore.
What? Past metal wall is no cave?
They are on the edge of one final passageway.
And it seems like they've been in this tunnel for thousands of years. At its other end lay a vast, circular chamber, its floor carved with symbols and drawings akin to those on the walls of the tunnel. Nesta whispered, voice breathy with fear.
This is the last place I saw this star on your chest.
She drew ataraxia, and the blade gleamed in the dimness.
We call it the prison.
Whoa, crazy name for it. Bet it's a prison.
Kinda.
What? It's like, that's crazy that I would know that. That's crazy. Look at me and my ball, and then I would know that prison, if it's called a prison, then
Don't
it's probably
worry,
a prison.
Ethan, we're back with you. We're back with you now.
Thank you!
But also, for the Ackies, we know about the prison.
We know about the prison.
But now we're here with Ethan, only his shirt and his paddle to protect him from this fight.
I'm just a land looking to gain. Hope it happens soon. Just by
Ethan.
himself, just paddling. But I feel like you always know where he is, though, by the sound.
Oh, he's in the other room. Okay. Well,
Just keep him over there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Yep, smash. Yeah, you smash it.
he's really good at it. Then we're with poor Ethan. He is standing on the edge of the fighting ring, which is usually crowded with gamblers and rabble-rousers at this time of night. But there is neither a rabble nor rousing.
No.
Nay. No, not a horse, but a snake. Well, also, Ethan's friends are there, minus the sprites. So all of the others who have come down with him. The Fey Boy, Sigrid, and Tharion. The sprites didn't want to see the violence, which is totally valid. And I respect their feelings.
We respect their boundaries.
Yep. He doesn't see Ariadne anywhere, but like Tharion, he just assumes that he is to fight her. The crew are all whispering pieces of advice to him about how to survive this. They're all saying like,
show her your shirt. Show her your shirt. Maybe she'll be so inspired.
I don't think that they're
That's not
that
what they're
dumb.
saying?
No.
Oh.
They're smarter, I think.
They're going, you're gonna fucking die, bro.
No, you just go like,
Sorry.
no, you go,
Oh.
you're going to do great, man.
Yeah.
Believe in you.
But we do love you. I
Yep.
feel like you have to look into his eyes. Tell me you love me. Please. Please.
Oh,
He needs.
now I just feel bad for him.
You should, but at this point, he's too stupid to be alive, Natalie.
No, probably need him for something. Tharion, looking distressed, tells him that Ariadne is not going to go easy, but he doesn't reveal the conversation that he just had with her. He tells Ethan that he's probably going to get very hurt, but that he can survive, which is the best they can do. Like, you're going to get messed up.
Yeah.
But here's maybe some tips on how to live through it. Ethan semi-jokes that he'll be fine as long as Tharion can use his water magic to put him out. As in, like, he'll be on fire.
On fire.
Though last time they talked, Tharion had been angry and dismissive of Ethan's decisions. He softens here. He tells Ethan that it means a lot to him that he would try to free him, and that if somehow he does manage to be freed from this, he will make it count.
This part.
We're back.
Ethan said to Tharion, Flynn, and Deck.
It's what we do for each other.
None of them contradicted it. His heart strained. Brother! because my other brother, he's somewhere else. So I'm just so glad me and Paddle and you, Tharion, and Flynn and Dag, you were there and you were there.
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers got a hug.
And they're all just crying, and it's just Ithan. It's just, he's a simple boy. He's just a simple boy. Give him his paddle. It's all he needs. Give him his brothers. That's all he needs.
You know, technically, that's not toxic, and it's nice.
I guess, yes.
The Viper Queen wasn't there yet, but now she
Thank God, because she would have been like, what is happening with this?
Now she makes her grand appearance, looking unfortunately devastating. Body's tea, face card, and never declines.
Bitch.
She stops when she sees Ithan, letting him know how disappointed she is that he's not dressed better.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean? I've got my paddle. I've got my Crab Rangoon shirt on. What do you mean?
And your hat.
Ready to fight? That moment is why I am dressed this way. Of just the Viper Queen looking him up and down, just being like, and we're wearing this. This. It's a good shirt. It's a double. In you Wando? In you Crab Wontondo?
Crab wonton. Like crab ton. Yeah, so then she also, she berates Tharion for not dressing him in finer clothing instead of the beat up clothing he showed up in. Tharion just ignores her and she struts over to her seat. Ithan wonders where Ariadne is going to appear from, but I think we all know that there's going to be a twist.
Twist! A serpent never sheds its skin.
She waves her hand and tells Ithan, begin.
Okay. Okay.
Not the battle.
Okay. Oh.
He looks around confused, like, how do I start fighting?
If you don't want me to paddle, I don't know what you want me to do.
The Viper Queen is typing on her phone when she says, oh, her? Oh, no, she's been sold off. It was a mutual agreement between us. She insinuates that it seems as though Ariadne, asked to be traded so she wouldn't have to kill Ithan, and kind of gives a side eye to Tharion to suggest that maybe somebody tried to convince Ariadne not to kill him. Viper doesn't mention who her new owner is, but suggests it's somewhere unpleasant. So Ariadne is no longer in the employ of me, the Viper Queen. Ithan gets control of his pounding heart.
She wanted him off balance, wanted him reeling. He squared his shoulders.
So, who am I fighting then?
The Viper Queen slid her phone into her pocket and smiled, revealing those 2 white teeth.
The Fendir heir, of course.
What? You know when he gets upset, he's got a paddle. Like, he needs his paddle.
It's his fidget spinner.
Fendir heir? No!
Well, damn. Don't we have enough going on here that now we have this situation? So he's just paddle down time.
He was really upset, and he needs to get it out of his paws.
He spent all of this time getting the Fendir heir Sigrid out of the coffin thing at the astronomers, and now he's being forced to fight her to the death in this pit. But we don't know what's going to happen yet because we teleport back to where Nesta has called this place they're in the prison. Ackies know what the prison is, so the good news is that Nesta and Azriel finally know where they are. The bad news is
they're in the prison.
One of the worst places they could have ended up.
Yeah.
Bryce listens to the other two argue about what they should do. Azriel wants to go back to go get Reese, but that would mean that they would have to go through the prison and return, and it's like this entire ordeal. Nesta wants to finish out the mission led by the Starlight that Bryce has brought them through. So she's basically saying we should complete this as the starlight is telling them to, not to go all the way back to find Rhys, because they can't just leave from where they are. They look at Bryce when she asks them what the prison is. They explain that, yes, this is an actual prison. It's also an island, one that is considered dangerous and mysterious in the world, covered in mists, which is interesting.
A Valen.
Because there's a place covered in mist on Midgard. Azriel doesn't think they walked under the ocean somehow to get here, because it would have taken much, much longer.
Although it did seem like they were in there for quite some time.
But that the door they crossed just now was some kind of portal. They are still standing in the entranceway to this massive chamber, and they decide they should just go in. I mean, what else are they going to, there's nowhere to go. They watch Azriel's Phalite move around the room ahead of them to see more of the carvings. More carvings cover these walls. They actually cover every square inch, including the floor. Azriel has Bryce by the arm, but she tugs herself away, or at least tries to, telling them she's going to go in first. He won't let go of her, but lets her step a little ahead into the room, which Bryce describes in her thoughts as arena-sized. I always imagine this much smaller of a room. I think I must have missed that line.
Missed the arena-sized.
So it's huge. As she looks at the carvings, her eyes...
Sorry, I have so much crust on my face. I didn't even realize, like, I started to I was like, why does it, like, hurt when I move my nose? And it's because it's all crusted over.
You can't
Wink.
really see it. So
okay, as long as you can't.
But
you guys might at home, but...
I do feel like Ithan might have, like, food residue around his mouth a little bit.
He's not the tidiest.
Makes sense. As she looks at the carvings, her eyes snag on one in the center of the room on the floor. An 8-pointed star. And Nesta recognizes it. Because, yes, we've seen this room in a court of silver flame. It was where the harp once sat.
Bring!
The maid harp.
Bring!
Az and Nesta argue again about how to proceed. Nesta knows this room, but Azriel says that they can't trust that the rules will still be the same as when she was in here. They didn't even know there was a secret entrance, after all. Bryce grips her Archesian amulet and recalls that it has helped her to get through wards before. And then Azriel falls for the oldest trick in the book. Bryce says, "What's over there?"
They're not used to her little trickery ways.
And when he turns, she moves. She took a guess and walks straight through the ward. So she basically, to get out of Azriel's grip, goes, "Oh my God, look behind you."
Wow. Whoa.
Azriel's furious, but Nesta looks kind of proud of her. Because, you know, anything that makes the Bat Boys look stupid, she's going to enjoy.
Yes.
She's like, good work.
It's bitch recognizes bitch, man.
So she has gotten through the wards. An irritated Azriel points out that he can't get through the wards, so she's on her own now.
Whoa, it's because he's so big.
It's because he's too masculine.
He couldn't possibly fit. I love you, Az. Oh, he's so serious.
Nesta tells her that now she's decided to take this action, even though she kind of respects it. She's going to let her deal with what's inside before Nesta follows her in. So Bryce, go look around for a little bit. So Nesta, if you read the other books, she was able to also get through these wards last time, and it was probably due to her being made, which makes it appear that Bryce could be made. Or it is the Archesian amulet. Sighing, Bryce scans the space and over all of the carvings. Her stomach drops when she recognizes a series of stars on the ground around the 8-pointed star. These are Midgard's constellations.
Bryce pointed to a cluster.
That's the Great Ladle, and that's Orion, the hunter.
Hunt. Her hunt.
Sounds like Earth to me.
Whoa, dude, what? I will go ahead and say again, in reading this the first time, I was like, so what is that? So what are we? What are we saying here? There's just so much that happens in the tunnel and so much that's going on that I was so confused at this point in the book. And I'm like, and that means, but what it means is that they were aware of the other worlds.
Whoever carved this.
Whoever carved it, that they were aware of the other worlds.
So.
And also Hunt. Swing, swing, swing.
Well, Hunt was named after that constellation. Well, after the that character, which is like, of course, also in the Earth world.
Boots with a Thur.
So Boots with the Thur. Maybe that is what Mars is, just Midgard, and we just don't know.
So what you're saying is, let's get on a spaceship, bitches. Let's get our asses to that hot planet and see what we can uncover. There's magic there.
Yeah, I think so.
We just got to get there. It's a little planet, and that's why it's got big magic.
I thought it was huge.
I don't remember. Mars is little. I'm going to say it. I don't know. I know Uranus is big, and I know Saturn is big. I think that's where
You were right. Wow.
Whoa!
I thought Mars was bigger.
Sounds like someone better get out their smart paddle.
That's so embarrassing.
Oh, I'm the smart one today. I'm the smart one today.
Wow. This whole time.
You know, it's good though, because it was like, really all I know about Mars is that it's little and that it's hot. And I was like, and if that's 50% of what I know about Mars gone, it would have made sense.
I love space stuff, and I can't believe that I didn't even realize that Mars was so much smaller. Wow. Okay.
Sorry, it hurts when the knowledge gets dropped.
She feels the amulet.
Uh-oh. Did I take away your front bunch? Again, not breasts. Lobe.
Frontal lobe. Frontal lobes. Frontal lobes. Cantaloupes.
Whoa.
We're almost done with this episode, but we gotta wrap it up. She feels the amulet activate as she walks around the room, watching the floor as she's just examining. This is the solar system that she's from, carved onto the ground. She realizes some of the floor is also raised in these sort of like half orbs, as though it's, planets, basically. So it's like a 3D model almost of the planets from her solar system. She calls them out to the other two as she spots them. One of the planets, Orestes, causes Azriel to kind of take like gasp. He recognizes the name. Akis might remember that this is the name. Orestes is one of the stars over Mount Ramiel, and one of the titles of the Illyrian rankings for those who'd make it to the bottom of the mountain during the rite of passage. But Bryce doesn't know this. In wonder, she continues to trace her little piece of the universe. And when she finds the sun, she knows which way to turn in order to find
directly between Lakos and Thur.
Midgard.
The names seem to echo in the chamber.
Bryce is shook. That's her planet.
Man, it's like she found like an old school like kindergarten model of like looking in like, whoa. And maybe that lope is Midgard. It is made out of a cantaloupe because maybe it's different melons.
Oh, that's nice for snacks. She asked Nesta what the harp was that sat here on the 8-pointed star in the middle of her solar system. Despite Azriel's glare, Nesta responds right away. The harp was a made object that could do a number of things, including stop time.
She could think of only one group of people in her own world who'd be able to create stuff like that. Who, if they had indeed made such objects, had a really good reason for wanting to get back into this world. To claim them.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
The Asteri.
Uh-oh. So the Asteri would want to be able to make it back.
To get all their shit.
And also all that free primal power.
And also to exact revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce slowly asks if there was ever a made object on their planet that was a horn. No reason specifically, just a shape I thought might be good for being made. So just don't think too much into it. They don't know, however. Bryce is coming to a realization. The harp wasn't down here just to hide. It was there to act as a signal to someone like Bryce. It was like a radar. Bryce puts a hand to her chest as she slowly tells them that she thinks that those tunnels were telling the story of how all of this came to be.
It's like Spaceship Earth.
Like Spaceship Earth, exactly. That the story culminates in this room and has been waiting for her. Why? Azriel wants to know.
Bryce stared at the 8-pointed star for a moment before she said,
To find the truth. Bryce,
Nesta cautioned, as if reading her thoughts. Bryce didn't so much as look back as she stepped onto the star.
And it was like Dance Dance Revolution.
Whoa, and then it all lit up, and she was like, tat, 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 and then and everyone's
She's
like,
like, I've trained for this my whole life.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's like you never knew what moment you were waiting for. And I felt that way when given the opportunity to write my own fuck game. It's like, that's why I've been fucking in these games for so many years. That's why, not just because I'm horny and lonely, it's because we're horny and lonely.
As a nation.
Yeah. Please read up until chapter 20 for next week.